EA Sports. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Lions, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row. So
here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter. Undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line. To throw is Goff. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. For Gallup, a check on the numbers from a week ago. 5 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 to first. Now a play fake here on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Henry the intended receiver. And it's second down. He'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And to give this time to the tailback. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
11 yards there and a Lion first down. Now they try the right side here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 44-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun. Goff. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here we go on 4th down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. By having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to... He does have the 1st down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Pressure, he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Well, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angle for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Steps away, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone.
Let's go! Let's go!
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
As that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To the air again, Goff. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also into field goal range at the 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking for the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd and 10, Goff. That's caught once again by Gallup. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. gain knocks this one through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the 3 points there, CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So we have reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. From the 27, Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Play action. It's Goff. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. So 3 plays already, 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw, Goff. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know? And in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
They'll run here with Gibson.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
Right back to Pitts again.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Back now at Ford Field, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Goff. He's going to find Gallup here complete. They find some open field here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st?
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Goff. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Now they'll run on the draw. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And you'd think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they'll caught the defense flat-footed as a result.
So they called it a touchdown. Stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. 1st and 10, Taylor now. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll set up to throw. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Now, there was a time when I would have been upset at teams throwing the ball with a big lead late, but I've evolved a little bit. I've come around. Ultimately, they're looking for 1st downs, and if they think the air is the best place to do it, then so be it. In addition, you probably got a quarterback that's a nice bonus if he keeps completing passes. So they want to keep throwing the football? Fine by me.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Gibson again.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. He'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push the lead up to 5. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here's Goff and the Lions. Down by 5. A little under 1:50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Able to find Ahmed. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now Goff. This one taken in by Cephas. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Goff. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They get this to Smith on the jet sweep. Able to power through. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Looking for more there on first.
It's Week 7 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the reigning Super Bowl champs, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Under center for the Vikings, out comes the former Michigan State Spartan and longtime veteran Kirk Cousins.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 23 carries, 126 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
On second down, it's Cook again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure they give up much run after catch.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Reception here by Ruggs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. On the counter, it's Taylor. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 3 catches, 64 yards. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Tucker's kick is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On play action, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, it's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Being chased out left.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Forced out to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
He'll decide to keep this once more.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
DJ Waddle.
Showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
On 2nd down, Cook. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can... offense set to begin their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they said, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Mike Zimmer staring down our referee. He's upset. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because...
So the decision to throw the flag winds up being a correct decision for Mike Zimmer. Now a throw from outside the pocket, complete out left. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And a pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins, he gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. It's caught. Smith. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2nd and 4. Rolling to his left. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back to throw again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, they'll throw. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we get you down, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the 3rd quarter of action. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the counter, Gibson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. On first down, Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They run the counter. Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On the move to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Patrick Queen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Steps away. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Out to his left. Fighting his way through contact. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Taylor again, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 17, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Back to it after the pick-6. Cousins, a beautiful fake. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring...
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra every snap because
touchdown, Philadelphia! Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And how about the situation that we're in right now? Because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
He covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
From the 22, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. Cousins now. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And on the stop, DeMonte Casey. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that...
salute when you see me. That jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them, I'm politicking, probably in a section where you not permitted. My honey's matching my Dodger fitted, playing all goal, ain't no stopping in it. Look, salute when you see me, I bought her a CC and that was her purse. Disgusting with do for a purse, disgusting with do for the clout. I'm one of the realest, the real ones could vouch. They thought I was done, but all that doubt, you gotta play my next around. Salute when you see me. Put in the car to my runner gets you speedy. Still thugging like the days when they weren't here in my CD. Made it out of the trenches. Just salute when you see me. Yeah, salute when you see me. I'm getting greedy.